Hate it when my doubts and my fears swell up like the ocean. It feels like I could drown in my tears. Everything's overflowing. Scared that I won't get it right, get it right. My nerves are working overtime, overtime. Tell myself to calm down and breathe. Step out of the shadows into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on a wire. Live in the moment, turn it up louder. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless. 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 Once I get in and I put it in drive, ain't no more stopping me, don't even try. Controlling the chaos, controlling the vibe. Yeah, that's all the shots that you don't take. You'll never be heard if you don't say. Just gotta get out your own way. You can't learn to fly on your own if you don't let go. Step out of the shadows into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on a wire. Live in the moment, turn it up louder. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless.
My mind keeps drifting into memory. Something long gone keeps on coming back to me. My heart is hung up on what used to be. Time moves on and then one day it's ancient history. Give me just a little bit of time back, baby. Can't you see? Couldn't we just go rewind back, baby? You and me. What a shame. I think of all the years gone by, all the yesterday.
everybody, welcome to steepcast. Today, I'm going to be talking about electric cars and gas cars and what the downsides are of both of them. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and see the difference between them, and you guys are going to see the difference between them as well. It's just a casual electric car versus gas car. It's kind of a competition between them both, right? A lot of people aren't actually interested in hearing about gas cars and electric cars, but for me, it's interesting. And maybe some people it actually is interesting to hear on what the difference are between gas and electric cars, and the downsides and the upsides about it, and the good things about all the cars, and what the features are of them and how they are good, right? So today I'm going to be talking about that today. So without further ado, let's get started in this podcast about talking about electric cars and gas cars. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with electric car, right? We're going to talk brief about electric car. Electric cars have their downsides and they have their upsides at the same time. So, every single time you drive a certain amount of miles on an electric car, you're going to have to charge the electric car, right? And sometimes that can be difficult, maybe, or something like, because when you're driving far distances, you have to charge the electric car, Tesla, whatever kind of electric car is out there, or whatever electric car you have, you're going to have to charge it. And that can take so many hours to charge, right? And maybe some people don't have the time to charge their electric car, and they need to get back on the road. So maybe electric cars aren't good for you if you're a big traveler, right? Maybe a gas car will probably be better for you, but let's talk more about the electrics. Once your electric car is charged, you only can drive a certain amount of miles until you have to charge it again. Now, gas stations for electric cars are much more harder to find than they are with gas cars. And some downsides can be bad about electric cars rather than gas cars. So maybe if you like to travel, I highly recommend getting a gas car. But if you don't like to travel and you want to just, go around town and, go to baseball games that are close enough, I'd probably recommend getting a Tesla or an electric car. If you don't travel, then electric cars are probably the best for you. But if you like to travel and you'd like to travel all around the world, I probably would say something in this context, a gas car would be the better choice. But it just depends on what happens, It just depends on what kind of person you are, rather than what kind of person you need to be. Like, if you're a traveler, the electric cars don't come in handy. But if you're not a traveler, the electric cars come in handy. So it's kind of just like the person that you are, rather than the person that you need to be. You know what I'm saying? And the cool features about electric cars is that they have, at least Teslas I know, they have so much better features, right? I'm not saying just because I'm favoring anything or anything like that. I'm just saying they have so much better features on the electric cars rather than the gas cars, because on an electric car you get a notification whenever someone comes up to your car, right? So let's just say you're at work, but you're nervous about someone coming up to your car. Luckily for you, your Tesla is recording 24/7, which I think is kind of creepy at the same time, because you see every single person, but I don't think it does anything with it. It just records and shows it to the owner, just in case if someone steals the car at nighttime or anything like that. But you probably should close your garage at nighttime for those circumstances. And the cool thing about that, if someone does steal your car in your Tesla, it gives you the notification ASAP and gives you a brief notification. You can turn notifications to be loud and interruptions, or you can turn notifications just a little buzz on your phone if you get those. I would not be that kind of person that gets it instantly, right? I probably would get the notification and I'll be like, oh wait, yeah, let me just go check my app, and then the car will all be stolen. I was like, there's no point in doing that. So what you can do, once you get the notification, all you have to do is press something on your phone, and then it'll start beeping the horn, right? I think it already starts beeping the horn when you step into the car, but it's a more safety issue for accepting on your phone, just in case if it's a person that you know. I think that's just a safety issue, and you can stop the beeping on your phone. But if you don't know the person, you can say "don't know person" on your phone, and then it'll AI feature it. Not really AI feature it. These cars don't have AI yet. But it'll feature the person and then beep at them, and the car will not be able to go. Now, as you know, all you have to do is just put the car out of park, and you basically, you just have to put it in drive, you can go. Or in reverse, and then you can go, right? Your Tesla's practically always on by recording at the same time. But once you turn the drive on, it starts going. Which, the nice thing is about that, it doesn't actually waste the battery. But they do say charge it at nighttime always, even though if it's like 100% always charge at nighttime. Could lose battery just by, recording some stuff that might be weird to it, right? But the nice thing is that if you do know the person on your phone, all you have to do is just press "do know person." Or if you don't know the person and they're trying to physically steal your car, you can just press "don't know person" on your phone. I've experienced that. I haven't experienced it. I can't even drive yet, but I've heard of that, and yeah. So my friend's dad has a Tesla, so he told me about what the features about Teslas are rather than gas cars. But anyways, I would probably recommend going with the electric cars in some circumstances, right? So if you're not a big traveler, then go with the electric cars. But if you are a big traveler, just go with the gas cars, right? But the cool thing, what I want electric car for is all the nice features about it, right? So it has so many good features about recording. So, and then when your car is dead, you can't steal it anymore, right? So here's a cool thing about the other feature about these cars. When your car gets hit by another car, or maybe a tree falls on it, it'll send a notification to the person that owns the car and tell you this person hit your car, or this hit your car, because it can identify what hit your car, and it'll tell you on what hit your car. Like, say if a tree hit your car or something, it was windy that day, and a tree fell on your car, it'll feature that, and then tell you probably need to take it to the shop. It'd be funny though if you need to take this car to the ER. I don't know, but yeah, it's like the coolest features about these cars are that they do give notifications, and they do identify on what hit your car. So say if a car hit your car, right? It identifies it in seconds and sends it to the person as quickly as possible so they can start beeping the horn at that person, right? Or maybe like the car will automatically start beeping, and then you can rush over to where your car got hit in your driveway or something, which I don't know what person would hit you in your driveway, but whatever. Let's say someone does, right? Okay, now you're gonna go ahead and or now you probably want to go back and see what happened with your car. Let's just say if the person wasn't there. Luckily for you, your car has this feature where you can go back into recording and see their license plate, and you can find them later on. Or you can send the license plate to the cops with the footage of the Tesla, and then they can look up the license plate and find them, right? So the Teslas are really, really good about that. This is the cool stuff about Teslas. Now, if you have a gas car, you're not going to be able to do half of this stuff that I'm saying, right? So, I'm gonna wrap up the, I'm gonna keep going on the Tesla parts, but, yeah. Anyways, when the Tesla sends a notification to the police, and the person that owns the car can take the footage and send it right to the police, and then they can take care of the rest for you, which is very nice about your Tesla, because then, if your car does, get hit, and then they didn't actually mean to do it, the cops can take care of the rest and then ask them why they're such in a hurry or why they hit your car. And then your insurance will probably take care of the rest. Now, if that person doesn't want their car fixed, then I don't think your insurance will have to do anything about that. But, and then insurance has got you for the rest, right? If your car gets hit. So, these features about Teslas are really nice in some parts that they come in. Because when your car gets hit, it'll send you a notification that your car got hit, rather than waiting there, and then when you see it, you won't be able to catch your license plate because they already ran away. especially people today, it's helpful because people hit a car, hit a kid. It's kind of like sad. They just leave. You know what I'm saying? It's like there isn't a point of actually doing that. It's like rude in some spots, you know, because you can't just hit a kid and assume they're okay and just leave. That's what happened in incidents in my town, you know. It's like it just happens, you know. But anyways, so it's nice, you know. It records on exactly what's happening, which luckily Teslas record 24/7, which is an amazing feature of Teslas, that they record 24/7. And when your car does get hit, it'll give you notification to the person, and then you can send it right to the cops, right? So that's like the best feature about it. If we didn't have that feature, what would happen with the Teslas? We'll be just like regular cars, right? So you get your car hit, and then you can't identify that person because they already ran away. It's like getting hit, right, in the car, and then they leave instantly because they don't want anything to do with what you're happening, because they don't want to get in trouble by the cops or have to pay for your car damage, even though they did the damage. So, luckily, your Tesla can actually record on what's happening 24/7, and then send the beta to the person, or the data to the person, and then the person can identify the data, and then they can come back and send it to the cops after Tesla, right? So, Teslas have the best ways of recording and safety issues, right? They have a bunch of safety issues as well. Child lock on your doors, window lock. They have seat lock. I don't know why they need seat lock. They have screen lock in the back, so the kids have like screens in the back of the Teslas, and you can put screen lock or screen time on the back, which is kind of nice, you know, if you have a kid, which I don't have. I'm not old enough to drive yet, so probably, yeah. Anyways, so that's kind of nice. It's just like there's a lot of features to Teslas that regular cars really don't have. Now, regular cars, like minivans, maybe do have like the system where you can change the channel or have your kids not watch a movie, right? There's like different features of all these cars that do make the cars better in some places, you know? But I think the Teslas are probably the best if you want a safety car as safety issue, because your Tesla can record literally everything 24/7, which is nice, you know what I'm saying? Because if you need some data from what happened when you're gone, you can watch the footage and just skip right through it and then see what happened to your car. It'll skip to the most recent one, so you get the most recent one, and then it'll give you the most recent one, and then you'll be able to identify what happened to your car, and you'll be able to identify that, and then send it to the cops, and then they can take care of the rest for the people, right? So the cool thing is they can record the license plate, and then the cops can find that license plate. So that's like the best part about Tesla. They have these features where you can do that, and unlike other cars that don't have those features, they won't be able to record the incident of what happened to your car and then send it to the cops, right? So that's just the downside about what's happening with the electric cars. Electric cars are more better if you're looking for a safety featured car, or if you're just looking for a car to ride around to baseball games, or if you don't travel very much. I think that the Teslas or electric cars are probably the best choice. Okay. Now, we are going to go ahead and get into the gas cars, which gas cars I personally think are a little bit better in some circumstances, but it's just kind of an opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people that think that electric cars are better, and there's some people that think gas cars are better, right? So I'm sorry, I took a little long to think about that. I don't know why. But anyways, the gas cars have all these cool things, right? So you don't need to really worry about your gas tank as much as you do with a Tesla, except it's kind of like a charging tank. So when you're driving in your car, right, your gas car, and when your gas car runs out of gas, you could go right to the gas station that's near to you and fill it up. Luckily, there's a lot of gas stations on highways on purpose. So if you don't need the first gas station, you can go to the next gas station if you really need it. And that's actually kind of nice because then you don't really run out of gas stations on highways, and that's on purpose so that way you don't run out of gas, right? Because if you run out of gas, you'll be on the side of the road and you have to call someone and they'll have to come over to you, and then that could be a big problem because someone could live far away from you. So that's why they do it on purpose, so you really don't have to fill up that gas tank and then you can go back on the road again. Luckily, it only takes about 5 minutes to fill up your gas tank, rather than a Tesla can take hours to actually charge. So in this circumstance, in gas-wise, I would probably recommend getting a gas car because it literally takes 5 minutes for a full tank, and that can last you 300 miles, which is really nice, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not 300 miles, I don't know how much it lasts you, but about 300 miles, I think. Maybe 200, something like that. But anyways, they last you a ton of miles. So as they last you a ton of miles, you can travel long distances with gas cars, unlike electric cars that take hours to charge, and then you only can go about a certain amount of miles with them. Very, very, very unlikely for a gas car to lose its gas very fastly. A gas car depends on how much gas it can hold. If it can hold 20 gallons, you're gonna be lasting about 300 miles. If it can hold about 10 gallons, which I don't know, a single car that can hold 10 gallons, it'll probably go about 80 miles, something like that. But the gas cars have all these good features as well. So your engine might be a little bit better than a Tesla. So it's not always on, right? So that can be some good circumstances. Also, a gas car can't always be on because it wastes the gas in the car. So that's kind of cool. And some circumstances of a Tesla can be better because you have a frunk, which a frunk is actually kind of nice because you can put stuff in the front of the hood. Rather than a gas car, if you open up the hood, you're going to see all these electrical parts and stuff, or all these motor parts, right? If you try to take those out, well, you're probably going to lead to some bad issues with your car, and you're probably going to have to get it repaired, or maybe just get a new car, you know? Now, nice thing is, cars actually do have batteries. All cars have batteries. But the nice thing is, you only have to replace the battery every, 2 years, 3 years. It depends on how long the battery lasts. But it just depends. You can have your battery for 3 years without dying completely. Now, if you drain your battery and have the light on all night, probably you'll drain your battery a little bit fast, and you might have to get a new battery in about a year. But anyways, it's like a 100% battery when you get it, right? Think about this. And then in 5 days, it's a 99% battery. So it's it lasts forever. This battery lasts forever. So it lasts for 3 years for you to think about that, right? It's just a brief thing of thinking about. So you have to think about on the gas cars rather than the electric cars can be better in some circumstances because your battery and your gas last a lot longer. So gas cars in travel ways are so much better because you can travel much longer distances with them rather than an electric car that you only can travel 30 miles. Not even much. That's 15 minutes and 15 minutes back. It's terrible. So you don't even want that because if you're a big traveler, the electric car is going to be absolutely horrible for your family. But if you have the minivan or something or a gas car, whatever gas car, it'll be perfect for your family that likes traveling. It just depends, you know? There ain't really no limit on what kind of car you can get because obviously you can get any car in the USA that you want or in China, whatever car you want to get, you know? I don't think there really is any place that you can't get a car because a lot of dealerships are here in towns and cities and neighborhoods. There's a lot of places where you can shop for cars, right? And once you find a car on the internet, right, you're going to be like, ooh, that car is actually really nice. I kind of want that car. But then we see a next car and you're like, wait a second, hold up, I want that car instead. Because these commercials advertise you to get a Tesla. Why? Because they are so good at that. I don't know how they're so good at that, but Tesla is not that good. Trust me, people. You can't travel long distances if you love it. You know, if you don't love traveling, then I think it's fine. But if you love traveling, I don't really recommend getting that. You know, they advertise you like this new Tesla has the biggest wheels, biggest inventions, biggest distances, and biggest charging features. Please get this Tesla on blah, 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 blah.org, right? Now, it is great, you know, they know how to advertise people, they know how to get people to do it. It's like saying the Doritos, like when Stephen Curry advertises Doritos. The Doritos, Fritos, burritos, they're so good, you'll want them again. Get the Doritos at thedoritos.com. You know, they advertise you. Same with Verizon. Get Verizon with our brand new internet connection. It has internet up to 15 miles of range. The farther you go down, the more internet you get. Please make sure to check out Verizon Internet. Much better in today. Get free 4 iPhones on us. They advertise you. They try to make you come to that company. And it keeps going until you're like, wait a second. Wait. I've seen people do that. I've seen legitimate people do that and be like, oh wait. Let me pause the commercial right there. They're meant for you to pause the commercial and look at it, right? Or they're meant for you to pause the commercial on a food channel and be like, it's good, right? Like you want to eat that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Teslas have those ways because they want to advertise you and say that Tesla's so good, but it really isn't if you're not if you're a traveler. So there's downsides about the Teslas that people need to be careful about. Just Teslas breathe, because you're going to be wasting your money if you don't like to travel. If you like to travel, you're going to be wasting your money on buying a Tesla. So that's the problem, you know what I'm saying? There ain't really no lie about that, because that's cool. And maybe you saw a commercial on Chipotle, right? Get this new welcome to Chipotle. Oh, I hear that sizzling. It smells so good. Look at Chipotle's new crispy chicken. All on burritos, bowls, and so much more. Chipotle's new crispy chicken. Crispy chicken makes you, I don't know, whatever they say. But anyways, they advertise you to buy a car. They advertise you for everything. Commercials advertise you for a lot of things. This is what the commercials are made for. And it's not just to trick you and be like, I want to buy that. It's to make you buy it so more people buy it. And then it'll become more of a population. And then that population will be sponsored. And then the commercial will come back on again and advertise more people, and then advertise more people, and the trend will keep going and going and going and going until the entire world buys that one thing. It's always constant. It's never gonna stop, and it never will, because the people that own the company want you to buy it. It's the same thing with Apple. When you walk into the Apple store, you ask them a question about their MacBook. How is this? Like, what does it do? They'll tell you 50 things about it. You'll forget 45 of them, and you'll go out of the store and not buy it. They advertise you to buy something, right? And that's just what you know, they ask you 50, they tell you 55 things about it, and then you forget 50 things, and you walk out of the store, right? And then forgetting 50 things and only remembering 5. Oh, this has, an AI feature to this has, you only remember a certain amount of stuff of it, and until you forget. Great. So, Apple tries to advertise you as much as possible, right? Or maybe like a car company tries to advertise you. Now, if you go to a car company and you're like, hey, can I buy this car? And they tell you 47 things about it, and you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. And they try to advertise you to buy the car. Now, maybe you like the car so much you came back for another car. You buy the car again. And then maybe you buy the car again. You see, companies try to get you to buy the car as many times in the world. They try to get you to buy the car 55 times. Well, you aren't buying the car 55 times, because I don't think any person in the world has enough money to buy a car 55 times. Unless you're rich, but unless you live in Richmond, So good. Alright, maybe it's not that good, but if you live in Richmond, you're pretty rich, so, That's terrible. It's terrible. Alright, anyways. So they try to get you to buy all this stuff, and in some circumstances, it can be a bad thing. But in some circumstances, it can be a good thing, because they try to advertise you for something new that you might need to get, right? Or it's hard to exactly explain on why it can be a good thing with gas cars and electric cars. So in these circumstances, I would probably say I'd rather actually buy, for safety stuff, electric cars, right? I'd rather buy an electric car if I need a safety hazard on it, and when I'm at work, or I don't actually work right now. I'm trying to start a company, but it's not working out very well. Anyways, if I can't even drive yet, so it doesn't really matter at this point. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so it's like there are some circumstances that people say are bad in this like extent. Like I can't drive my Tesla to this place in certain because then it dies. And to be honest, I kind of have to agree with you on driving your Tesla to that place, right? You can't drive your Teslas long distances, which is kind of stupid at the same time. I mean, I feel like they maybe should upgrade their cars a little bit. I mean, by that is they should probably update and make their cars go farther distances, so that way people aren't constantly charging their Tesla and waiting to charge for hours. But that's just Elon Musk, you know. And if he wants to be Elon Musk, then he can be Elon Musk, you know. He's just the rich guy because he gets so much. He owns so much stuff. He owns like Twitter or something like that, you know. He owns Twitter. I think he owns like Tesla. He owns Tesla, and he owns some other companies, but I don't know. He owns so much. It's like he wants to buy all these stuff from. He wants to buy like TikTok or something like that. I don't know. It's what you hear. It's like he wants to buy all these companies so he gets more rich. He wants to be the richest person. I think he's the richest person in the world. It's just like, dude, give your money away. He's like, don't be like Mr. Beast. My gosh. Anyways, yeah, it's like all these companies that have all this stuff try to advertise you for more. Like Elon Musk tries to advertise you on Twitter, right? And you can try that. It's just how it goes, you know. All these companies try to advertise you. Same with electric cars. Elon Musk tries to advertise you on his new car. Now he isn't always in the commercials, right? So you rarely see Elon Musk in commercials. But anyways, he's trying to get you to buy his car. So he comes up with all these ideas for you to buy his car and why you should buy his car. And then the person that buys the car is like, this is absolutely terrible car, you know? So sometimes things can be good, like, oh, this is amazing, I love this. Or maybe you bought something off the internet, like food or something, right? Oh, like, oh, this is amazing, I'm gonna buy it. Or sometimes you bought food, it's like, oh, this is terrible. Like the Shaq gummies are all over commercials, and then you try them and they're absolutely horrible. They're horrible. Horrible. They're absolutely terrible. Like the Shaq gummies. No offense to Shaq, but your gummies, your head stinks. It's terrible. Anyways. Alright, yeah, Shaq's no good. Alright. I mean, he's good at basketball, but he doesn't taste very good. Anyways. And yeah, Shaq gummies tried to get you to advertise it, you know? It's like Stephen Curry with his Doritos. Or maybe those Gatorade commercials and the basketball commercials, right? So they tried to get you to buy this Gatorade, you know, but you don't really want it because then it gives you absolutely no hydration, and it's actually worse for your body than regular Gatorade. But it's just like, I don't know, it's like they try to advertise you to buy everything, right? Everything that is on and is like popular, they try to advertise you to buy more. Maybe not Apple, but Apple does try to advertise you in their own way. Like maybe they'll try to advertise you sorry. Get our all new iPhone on us. This iPhone includes Apple Intelligence with brand new AI features, with brand new child screen time, and they try to get you to buy that iPhone specifically when you can just get the update on your regular phone. But it isn't really that big of a deal, you know what I'm saying? And they want you to buy more. It's called advertising, right? And advertising for a car is actually the same thing. Now, you could keep your car for like 15 years, right? But they want you to buy a car every like 2 years. They don't want you to buy a car every 2 years because that's kind of just a waste of money. I don't think a company is going to expect you to buy a car every 2 years because that's like buying a phone every 2 years, right? Sometimes they buy a phone every 2-3 years, or 4 years starts to get a little bit grumpy and your phone starts to be bad, you know? But anyways, just, you know, it's the same thing. So they don't expect you to buy a car every 2 years. Maybe you buy a car every 15 years or 10 years, you know? It just depends on how you are, or it depends on how your car lasts. If your car lasts like 5 minutes, that's terrifying. That's the worst car. Actually, if your car lasts 5 minutes, that's like that's the worst car you ever could buy. If you bought that car $5 off Amazon, I highly recommend not buying that car because you're probably gonna get one of those stupid stupid play cars that you see in those dumb little kid videos or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's like you don't want to get those cars that you see in those dumb little kid videos, you know? It's so dumb. They ride these little mini car fire trucks around, pretend they're playing, and then they spray out this fake fire that AI or whatever they have, computers. It's terrible. It's like weird. Or like these cop cars and these little kids driving cop cars and they shoot with fake guns and make these gun sounds. Yeah, it's like, why? Why do we have to watch this, dude? It's like, it's terrible. I mean, as a little kid, you think that's interesting because you want to be that. It's kind of the same way of, like, advertising a kid, you know? Like, wait, mom, that looks cool, you know? Can I actually do that? Like, I want a car like that. And then they get it, you know? It's like, these dumb little kids videos on YouTube is dumb, you know? It's like, I never watch them. I watch, like, tech stuff, you know? It's like, tech, like, I like tech, you know? Rather than watching those dumb little kid videos. I'm not a little kid. I'm not a little kid watching those videos of that music play, that terrified music play, like, do-do-do, do-do-do. It's terrible, you know? It's just, yeah, I'm never watching those videos ever again, by the way. I haven't watched it since I was 5, you know? It's like, ugh, blah. And then you watch those dumb Spider-Man videos of Spider-Man punching people off a window, or punching people off of a balcony, right? Or punching people off of 5-star. Me and my brothers always used to think we were playing the game or something. We always used to fight with them. I don't know. It's like weird. It's like, why did we watch that? It's like, you look back and now you're like, why did we watch that? It's because it's advertisement. You want to watch. They get you to watch more videos. That's what I'm trying to make you do. Watch more of my podcasts. They're more interesting, you know. But maybe not. Maybe they're not interesting to you guys. But I'm trying to get you to watch more podcasts, right? So it's just like the same thing, you know. But that's what they try to do. They try to make you buy their Tesla multiple times, right? They want you to buy it over and over again until your Tesla breaks, right? And the more you buy it, the more the company will be bigger and more the company will be happier. It's same with Apple. The more people buy their products, the more they're going to be able to make more stuff. And not only that, they're going to be able to make stuff like AI cars. Now, this is the one thing that Apple was going to do with electric cars. Apple is actually going to make an electric car. And I know you're probably like, wait, whoa. Back it up a little bit. We're talking about electric cars, and now we're going to Apple. Yes, Apple is actually, I kind of heard it a little bit that they were going to make an electric car, and I'm not quite sure if it's true, right? It's probably not true. But the personal opinion is, I think they're just going to waste so much money, though, if they make an electric car. It's not actually true that they're going to make an electric car. I've just heard it, and I'm not believing it, right? So I'm just saying Apple might make an electric car. You know, it's like, they're probably going to waste so much money on it if they do. And no one's going to buy an electric car because it's made from Apple. And people actually did make some videos on that they were going to make an electric car. And I've seen some guy make it, but I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you see out there, just don't fully believe it. Just believe it in, like, the smallest way possible. So be like, okay, that's cool, you know? Like, it's like, don't believe advertisements. Like, oh, this is, like, really good. And then you try it, and you're like, oh, these are terrible. Like, Shaq tastes terrible. It's just one thing. I think if Apple does make an AI car, it's gonna be, or if Apple does make a smart car, it's gonna take them a while to make that smart car. It's probably gonna take them years, actually. So it's not gonna be ready for another, like, I don't know, 45 years, and then we're all gonna be dead, you know? Now we're not. And then I feel like no one's gonna buy it because Apple's gonna be such a small company. They're just gonna be cutting down and then copying. It's gonna be like, just like Elon Musk. He had a company that wasn't doing so well at first. Like, people were like, whoa, what is this? Like, with the Tesla Cybertruck. Tesla Cybertruck actually is not as popular as the Tesla because people don't like the look of the Tesla Cybertruck. It literally looks like a Rocket League car. So if you ever played Rocket League and you know the Rocket League cars, and you ever seen those cars that, if you ever seen a Tesla Cybertruck custom made in black or something, it legitimately looks like a Rocket League car. It literally looks like a full-on Rocket League car. It actually, it kind of looks sick in the way, like, oh wow, look at this, there's a Rocket League car. But then at the same time, you're like, wait, look how ugly that thing is. I've never seen anything more ugly than a Tesla Cybertruck, you know? So, if Apple does make, a AI future car, I doubt it's going to be able to get any farther than, 16,000 people buying it. Which is not that bad in some circumstances. 16,000 people is a lot of people, but not as much as Tesla. Tesla has billions of people buying it, right? Maybe it's a billion. I don't know how much people buy Teslas, but it's a lot of people that buy the Teslas rather than the Apple car. I don't think it's going to be a very big population because people aren't going to buy the car and Tesla's just going to be, or people aren't going to be buying the car, Apple car, and it's just not going to be a good thing because it's not going to be advertised in the thing, right? So it's not going to be as popular. So they're just going to be wasting a lot of money. So don't know if it's actually true that they're going to be making electric cars. So maybe they may not, meaning that they may not be wasting that much money, but it's just like, what if they did actually waste that much money, right? But they're not. So that's about all I have for you today. In some circumstances, I recommend getting an electric car. In some circumstances, I recommend getting a gas car. If you listened on the last 40 minutes of the podcast. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Steepcast on electric cars versus gas cars. And I'll see y'all next time in the next Steepcast. Sign off for now. Steepcast. Peace.